global advertiser for innovative outdoor solutions.
Global as a company, it has never compromised on its service, quality and commitment.
There's a choreographer here that does a lot of the work on the TV shows. I think his name is Paul, that I follow on Instagram, who does really creative pieces. And I was inspired to see that he's from India, which has not historically been known for cutting-edge dance. I'm not super familiar with where India is at, other than what I've seen on his page, which, as I said, has been very impressive. I look forward to seeing what is here. But it wouldn't surprise me at all, because I think globally, I get a rush almost every day, and I mean literally almost every day, out of the reality of the time of humanity that I'm living in which technology is doing so many ridiculously, just mind-blowingly grand shifts. One of which being that now anyone, anywhere has access, almost anyone, almost anywhere has access to almost anything that's ever been documented or recorded, which is going to obviously lead to this insane increase of talents and ideas, which is so clear if you look at the young b-boys of the world and the things that they're doing, and the fact that, gosh, there's probably a handful of b-boys under 12 to 7 years old who could generally beat any adult at this point. And I think that's so crazy and so cool and so telling of how rapidly art is going to evolve and blow all of our minds and give us something amazing to watch as we enter into our senior years. But the answer is I can't really comment yet because I haven't studied it closely, but I'm going to be completely immersed in it within a week or so, and then I'll really be able to give you some feedback on that.
Cool. Thank you.
I think great minds think alike. Todd Phillips and I are on the same page. Okay?
Thank you.
No, I'm being serious with you.
It's an issue.
No, I'm telling you. See, there were some reservations, not by my team. My team makes me look better. They supported me along the way. A lot of other people said, when I told them about the concept, I said I have a clown. I didn't, or a joker, or whatever it is that you want to call him. I saw him as a human being who's doing this. And if you see the video, you feel a sense of loneliness, abandonment, connect, synchrony, fate, destiny. But that did not stop me. I said, you know what? That's a really big film, Joker. I'm nowhere close to that in terms of name, stature, or anything. Doesn't matter. I have a story to tell. That story was about violence and how it affects him. My story is about love at this level. Today, we are here. We have intersected, we have collided, and now we will depart. What happens from here on? If I see you guys every day here, and one day you're not standing by that pillar, will I be affected? I don't know your name, I don't know who you are. So my story was on that level, and I said, you know what, if I'm going to tell a story of love at its purest form, and if I can tell it the way if I can tell it this way, I don't have anything to worry about.
Extremely blessed. I am so grateful to the universe, because with a radical concept like that Arsala has envisioned, I just jumped and I said, you know what, I'm ready, I want to do this. Because you see the vulnerability of the character. I fell in love with this character because of just her demeanor, the person she is, her backstory. So there is a backstory to her as well, I think that Arsala would like to elaborate on. And just that she has this mundane life and she as she said, she is a refugee and she's, trying to give back to the world. And the only way she does that, and one of the ways she does that is through her Free Hugs placard that you all must have seen in the video. And she has a life, she has a routine. And this is a part of her routine where she goes to this pier, she sees the clown, he's doing his act, the refugee is doing her act, and then she goes back home. So just the beauty and the loneliness that the video, the concept had, I just loved the concept. So for me, it was like, from the moment I heard it, I said, you know what, I want to be a part of this. So I think I'm very, very blessed right now. Like I said, this is the highest point in my life right now.
And they were all real hugs.
Oh yes, so the Free Hugs, that was, so we were at the pier shooting, and the Free Hugs, the people who came up to me, they were all organic, nothing was staged. Everything was shot, people were concerned, so I had people coming up and asking me, are you okay? Because they read the Free Hug, and they would come and hug me. So it was extremely overwhelming. Yeah?
Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna get really meta for a second here. I actually think pranking is a very spiritual experience. Because, now follow me here, because this will make sense after a second. I'm never more present. I've never been more present than after the first day of shooting pranks, because leading up to it, your monkey brain, your unconscious mind that has all these wrong beliefs is going, oh my God, I'm gonna jump into people's space. I'm gonna jump out at people today, and I'm gonna get killed. I'm gonna betray the tribal codes, and I'm gonna get killed, is what your brain is thinking. So you have a literal fear of death the weeks leading up to your first prank day. But then after the 1, 2, or 3 jumps, I don't know how to verbalize the transition your brain makes, but all of a sudden you get completely crystal clear present, and you get the reference experience that most people aren't out to just kill you randomly. And all of a sudden, the world is my toy. I feel extremely positive. I feel like everything I'm doing is bringing a gift to people, and if anyone objects to me jumping out in a ninja suit, then they're the idiot, and everyone knows it. And that's what my mind makes the switch to. In fact, the last time I did a prank video, it was to this song, Trumpets by Sean Paul, I think. And I just go in the street and I was just dancing like almost as though I was on some sort of crazy drug and just like too excited. And I would dance in front of people and jump out at people. And part of the video I would log roll. I would lay down and roll towards people. And I'd go, jump over me. And they would jump over me. And at the end of the day of shooting, I felt so high and so present and so positive and so connected to people. I swore to myself, I was like, okay, Rob, for the rest of your life, every day, no matter how clean your outfit is, before you start the day, you have to go out in public and roll in front of people and say, jump over me. Because it just completely shifts your mind and connects you to people, which I never continued to do, but I do believe I'd be a better person if I did. So yes, leading up to it, it's extremely scary, and then as soon as you do it, you go into this radical mental transition that I recommend anyone try. And I think people can try it on a smaller level, just like, high-fiving everyone you walk by, so that you can experience that not everyone is a threat, even if they look like it because they're in a self-conscious mood or whatever. Dance nor acting. My passion lies in irreverence. My passion lies in art that gives you the feeling or sensation or experience of something greater than life, something godlike, something. I think music can't be it can't be made. You can't do music justice in words. I don't think music can have justice done to it in any sort of a human context. I think, for me, music and the feeling it inspires is beyond human context. That's what I think. So when I dance, I'm attempting to create something that's larger than life. When I act, I'm hoping to create something that defies the simplicity of the ego and goes into a greater thing. So my draw was never to be an actor. My draw was never to be a dancer. My draw was to create magic. I know that sounds a little cheesy, but that's my inspiration. And so for example, the music I'm about to do, it's always trying to make something so absurdly ridiculous that it's magical. Now I might fail at that, but that's what I want to do.
Thank you so much.
हमारा एक ऑलरेडी प्रोडक्शन.
You can choose your language. You can speak in English.
नहीं, मैं हिंदी में हमारा ऑलरेडी प्रोडक्शन हाउस है जो कि हम कॉर्पोरेट की तरफ काम कर रहे हैं. बहुत टाइम से सोच रहे थे अर्सला के साथ कुछ एक एसोसिएशन करने का, तो वहाँ से मुझे मीडिया चाहा.
आपका गोला Actually,
आपका बोला उन्होंने आंसर किया कि कैसे आया है।
सौरभ सिग्नल साहब जिन्होंने गाना गाया उनसे पूछना चाहूँगा, कानों में रस घोलती है आवाज़ जब आप सुनते हैं आपका बोला, थैंक यू, बहुत अच्छी फीलिंग आती है। और इतने बड़े प्लेटफॉर्म पे जहाँ पे रॉबर्ट, मुझे लगता है कि उनकी शुरुआत यहाँ बॉलीवुड में पहली बार कोई somebody a legend like Robert is featuring in the album, और आप उसका हिस्सा हैं। क्या नर्वसनेस नहीं है? वो द म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर ब्रीफ टू यू कि इस तरह से गाना है और ये फील है, या अरसला का?
सो एक्चुअली मैं और दुर्गेश हम लोग ने म्यूजिक कंपोज किया, वी आर सौरभ दुर्गेश, एंड सो वी बेसिकली गॉट अ ब्रीफ। हम लोग को दे वेंट अ वेरी डिफरेंट वे, दे जस्ट टोल्ड अस आग का गोला एले गाना बना, मतलब इट वाज लाइक नो ब्रीफ एट ऑल, नो जॉनर, नथिंग। और पहली बार ऐसा ब्रीफ मिला था और हम लोग भी सोचने लग गए, एंड वी जस्ट लाइक व्हेन वी वेंट होम वी वर लाइक आग का गोला, इफ यू लिसन टू द लिरिक्स आल्सो ऐसी आग का गोला एले, तो यू हैव लाइक अ सेंस ऑफ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ फायर एंड आइस, लाइक आग का गोला इज वेरी एंड एले गिव्स यू दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ दैट वाइब, सो we tried to include that in the tune as well, and this was the first time that we got to do it in our genre, like it was like basically no genre, so we were very happy to just have like this vibe. It was all, the whole song is based on a vibe, it's not based on like a particular यही लाइन से जाना है या वही लाइन से जाना है या ये लाइन को क्रॉस नहीं करना है, ऐसा कभी हमारा थॉट था ही नहीं, तो इसलिए बहुत मजा आया गाना करने में। बेसिकली
क्या पहले से पता था रॉबर्ट इसमें फीचर करने वाले हैं? या दुर्गेश?
नहीं, मतलब जब हम लोग पहली बार मिले थे तो इन्होंने पहले तो वही बताया था कि आग का गोला, ये जो सॉन्ग ने बताया, तो जैसे ही हम लोग सेकेंड टाइम मिले तो द फर्स्ट ट्यून वाज लॉक, लाइक द हुक लाइन वाज लॉक एंड एवरीथिंग, लाइक वी जस्ट प्लेड विद द वर्सेस एंड देन दे टोल्ड अस कि इट फीचर्स रॉबर्ट हॉफमैन, ओके, तो लाइक वी आर लाइक ओके, लाइक दिस इज लाइक वेरी बिग फॉर अस, एंड लाइक आई थिंक एक्सपेरिमेंट जितना हम लोग ये म्यूजिक वीडियो में करने दिया, I think it is because of the rapport that we have with Priyanka, Sapan sir, and Arsala, and also like they just told us ki just try to express yourself through your music. That's it.
Thank you.
My question to the makers: every single day on video comes up around. So, what will be the future strategies from your end? How organic you guys will be going on? Because most of the people do it for followers and all. How do you plan for it?
So, 2020 we are launching 5 classes and we are doing full-fledged digital.
How about the YouTube?
Sorry?
Where the video gonna be launched?
Digitally.
It's all about.
Yeah. All platforms, across the platforms.
So you are 2020. She said we're going with 5 songs. I'll tell you something about Low Area. This is something that we want to do. We believe in art that is without boundaries. So we're not going to stop. जहाँ सरहद आपने draw कर दी वहाँ हम रुके नहीं हैं. हम सारी दुनिया जाएंगे. हम सारी दुनिया से इकट्ठा करेंगे आर्टिस्ट. हम सारी दुनिया का एक कंपोजिट कल्चर पेश करेंगे. हम शायद लिरिक्स हिंदी में हो, अगला लिरिक्स शायद अरबिक में हो, तीसरा लिरिक्स शायद कुछ और लैंग्वेज में हो. पर हमारा जो स्टोरी कॉन्सेप्ट होगा वो लव एट दिस सबलिमिनल. हम लव को एक लड़का लड़की, एक लड़की लड़की, एक मर्द मर्द, ऐसा या कोई भी इस तरह का लव नहीं दिखा. हम एक लव दिखाना चाहते हैं जिस तरह से उसकी जन्म होता है, इंसेप्शन जो हमारे में है, उस चीज़ को हम बाहर निकालना चाहते हैं. उस आर्ट को हम एक डायरेक्शन देना चाहते हैं और हमारा टैगलाइन है ह्यूमन थ्रू आर्ट. सो वी आर ट्राइंग टू बिकम ऑल ऑफ अस बेटर ह्यूमन बीइंग्स थ्रू द आर्ट वी वांट टू show the world. That's our objective. Now, okay, so I have to give credit where it's due right away. Mr. Sapanarola, he shot it, okay? He's a genius. Second of all, the tear that you see in the end, I have to give credit where it's due again. My brother, I was in a fix. I had the entire lineup done, and I just didn't have the last shot. I said, how am I going to culminate this feeling of loss where there's no interaction between two people? How do I show there's a change in the person, in the persona? And I didn't want to do anything dramatic. I wanted to do something very subtle. So when something changes inside, you cannot show it. But a clown probably will be able to show it because he adds a tear to his makeup. That means कुछ उसका जो अंदर की उसकी बात है वो बाहर आई. तो मेरे brother-in-law फैज रिजवान ने ये मुझे दिया. And of course, Sapan has just. When I had the concert, the first person I said, Sapan, please get on a plane. I need you. Because I knew what he'd make it look like, and look at it. You know, you have it there.
मुंबई रफ्तार न्यूज़ की खबरें पसंद आने पर हमारे YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और लाइक करें.